toughest gun control laws in the nation has been facing a federal court test all week.
And just one day remains in the 5-day trial that's challenging the constitutionality of Oregon's voter-approved Measure 114. Fox 12's So-Young Kim is live in downtown Portland tonight with the story. So-Young?
Nora, Pete, Measure 114 has remained contentious even after Oregonians passed the measure in November, and we spoke with a family member of a gun violence victim who testified here in court today and received a statement from a gun rights group that's challenging the constitutionality of the measure, and also spoke with a gun law expert who breaks down what this trial is all about.
Back at the time of the Constitution, were there similar restrictions that the founders of our country may have been thinking about when they passed the Constitution?
Months after Oregon voters passed a highly contested gun control measure, the move is being debated in a federal trial. It's also being discussed by experts and those who've experienced gun violence. The trial being held before a judge will determine whether Oregon's gun law, Measure 114, violates the U.S. Constitution.
Is testing two issues on a constitutional basis. So the first one is the requirement that Oregon residents take a safety course and get a permit merely to purchase a firearm. The second provision is the magazine capacity restriction.
A gun violence witness testified in federal court Thursday and says she thinks Measure 114 is a step in the right direction for gun safety and to reduce gun violence.
My mom, Cindy Ewell, was shot and killed at the Clackamas Town Center shooting on December 11th, 2012. We should not have to worry about getting shot and killed when we go Christmas shopping at the mall. And there are other first world countries who have high rates of gun ownership and low rates of gun violence. So this is not an issue that's impossible to solve either.
Those challenging Measure 114 say it's unconstitutional. In a statement, a spokesperson for the Oregon Firearms Federation says, quote, as noted at the trial, Measure 114 bans virtually all firearm magazines, not just those over 10 rounds. Measure 114 would require sheriffs to violate the law if they issued a permit because it mandates FBI checks, and the FBI has stated they won't provide them. It's hard to imagine how that can be constitutional. And experts say regardless of the decision from this trial, the ruling will likely be appealed and may eventually end up heading up to the Supreme Court. Live in downtown Portland, So-Young Kim, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right, So-Young, thank you.